beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello and thank you for joining me. It's the Tammie Tubbs Show here with Lilian Cynard. She's going to bless you. She's going to inspire you with her testimony, her journey of how God used her. And not only that, how she's been a blessing to so many women by simply loving the skin that she's in. Lilian!
Hello.
We're restarting over again.
Yes.
Push, play, and go. Wow. And I look at you, and again, I say that you're fabulous, you're beautiful, and you just have this sassiness about yourself. You know,
Thank you.
When I see you, it's like, that girl is out of the box. You'll try it. Not only once, but you'll do it.
2-3 times. Try it.
So I'll just simply say, I salute you.
Thank you.
Many times we have women on our show and we call them woman-to-woman divas. And so that woman-to-woman diva is considered one who's determined. That's you. Intelligent, most definitely you. Victorious, yes. And anointed and achieving. So we salute you today as being a woman-to-woman diva. Thank you again for coming as to be a guest. Now let's go back because upon your birth, the devil wanted to just snatch you and take you out. But God. Share that with us.
So since birth, I've been anointed. I've been the anointed child. Since I've been a kid, they've been telling me, well, you're the one that's supposed to bridge your families together. You're supposed to be the one to push your family forward. You're supposed to be the head. So upon my whole life, I knew that I'm supposed to be a leader.
Yeah.
So among my friends, among my family, I'm always the one that want to try something.
Right.
So I'm always the one that's willing to be the outcast, even if it costs me my friendships, if it costs me my family.
Yeah.
I'm always the one that was willing to go above and beyond.
Yeah. And I'm looking because the tears that you have are tears of joy because somebody has to do it.
Yes.
God always chooses someone to be the one that's out of the box and to say, go do it. I know what you're talking about. I'm the oldest of 4, 3 brothers, only girl. How many children do your mom have?
It's 6 of us. 3 girls, 3 boys.
And you're the
youngest.
Okay, so you're the youngest. I'm the oldest. And were you supposed to be here? Were you the child?
I was the
So of course God had to choose you.
Yeah, it's 5 years between me and my brother, and I'm the one that wasn't supposed to be here.
Wow.
Because always the running joke is my sister always used to say, like, why did you want more kids? You already got enough. You don't need no more kids. You already got enough. But Lily wasn't born.
Yeah.
So she had to have one more.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that it's a blessing to be able to be here.
Yeah. And even when you said your name, Lily, I thought about the flower, the peace lily.
Yes.
Are you the one to bring peace and sanity to get it together?
No, that's usually I'm the one that causes a little chaos.
Well, you have to get the confusion started.
Yeah, I'm the one that's going to start and spark that conversation.
So you do bring the peace. So let's get this together. What's going on? So you got to make it happen so it can resolve.
Yes.
Yeah, so you are the peace lily. Doesn't make sense, but you actually bring that peace there. So upon birth, the devil said, nope, you're not going to be here. Was it a sickness, a disease? What was it that happened where he was trying to literally take you out?
Actually, 2 days after my high school graduation, I had a car wreck.
Are you serious?
And this is like right before they created the Highway 82, the bypass. This was like right newly bypassed.
Okay.
And I was in the midst of driving, and I was a young kid driving. So I'm driving and I'm texting on the phone what I'm not supposed to be doing. And I actually got ready to drive, and I'm going like 80 miles per hour, and I missed my turn. I'm like, oh man, I got to turn. So I'm like, hurry up and turn. And I got into some loose gravel, and it threw me into the trees.
Are you
serious?
Like
there's still an opening on Highway 82, like on the turn where you get ready to bypass. There's an opening in the bushes where my mom's truck was.
Wow.
And that was supposed to be me. And the police always say, like, I don't know how she got out of there with no scratches, no dings, no dongs, because the truck was totaled. I actually had to climb on top of the truck for somebody to actually see me.
Jesus.
To be able to get out.
Jesus.
So it's always something and a blessing that I'm here today.
Wow. That's number 2. All right. So, baby. God says, you know what? There's another child that has to be born.
Yes.
Lilian has to come on the scene. All right. Lilian's doing her own thing. How many times has your mom ever told you when you were younger, don't text and drive?
1,000,001 times. Still to this day. She still say don't text and drive.
But God spares your life.
Time and time again. time and time again, time and time again.
Wow. So from birth up until there, now where's Lilian in her life? Where are you right now?
Actually, I'm in the happiest place I've ever been.
Wow.
Happiest moment in my life. I realized that, okay, I'm not going to be able to change what I am. It is what it is. So I'm able to live in my own destiny and just let it flow from what he wants me to do.
Right. Loving the skin that you're in. How did you get to that place of happiness?
Actually, I moved away from my family in 2012, 13. I
Okay.
moved to Biloxi, and I lived in Biloxi and Ocean Springs area for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And I had an amazing job. I love working at AT&T. I love my job totally. But I felt like it wasn't my destiny. Like it wasn't what I was supposed to do.
It wasn't fulfilling?
It wasn't fulfilling at all.
Was the money good?
The money was amazing.
Yeah.
Money was great. The benefits was great. Like I don't understand why I'm not happy and I'm not like wanting to do what I was supposed to, but it's not what I was supposed to be doing in my life. So I actually let me fast forward. My mom made me go to ICC. Like she got me a scholarship, made me go to school, and she was like, I was like, well, I want to go to cosmetology school. That's what I want to do. And she's like, well, that's not no real job. You're not gonna make no real money.
That
in
sounds
it.
like a mother.
That's not what
a
you're supposed to do.
career.
Yeah, that's not a career. You can't make any money off of it. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, I'm gonna do it your way. I went to school and I actually like was this close from flunking out of school because I hated
Why were you
it.
distracted at ICC? I attended ICC, so it's a small knitted school.
It's a
great
small knitted school, but
why
if you
were
have
not
if you have a friend with a card,
Oh, it's
you'll never
over.
be at school.
Memphis,
Tupelo, Birmingham, we were always on the go.
I understand.
So
Been there.
it pushed me. So at that time, so I started doing makeup and dabbling in makeup in 2010 once I graduated high school. And then I knew that's what I love. Like when I was doing it, I'm in my zone. I'm in love with it. That's all I want to do. But then it got to a point where around 2015, I got burnt out. I didn't like it anymore. It's like what I'm doing makeup for.
What happened?
I was in the lowest point of my life because
But what happened to take that passion away? Was it not a lot of clientele, not exposure?
I'm not living in Starkville anymore, so I don't know anybody. It's literally only me. And then I had a friend that moved, and it was like me and her only. So it's like I don't have nobody to do makeup on, and I'm an outgoing girl, but I'm not an outgoing girl. Like, hey, I really want you to come let me do your makeup. So
Yeah.
it's like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And then I can't drive home every weekend. That's like 5 hours going back and forth.
Biloxi?
So I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And then so I was like, well, I want to go to school. And then I found a school to be an esthetician, which I'm licensed now.
Awesome.
And I found a school in New Orleans, and I'm like, I don't want to commute an hour and a half every day. I was like, it's rains too much down here. And so I talked to my brother, and I was like, I really want to go to this school. I found a school in Birmingham. I was like, I really want to move. I was like, but I really don't know.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, if you move, I'll pay the rent. You don't have to worry about that. You just pay for school.
What a blessing. He just set you up. So you
Yeah.
said yes, quick, fast, and hurry.
I
right?
did, and
Right.
it's quick in the moment. The crazy thing is, the day I started school, the day I moved to Birmingham was the day it was like my 4-year anniversary at my job at AT&T.
Oh, wow.
So I like resigned the day before, and he got me a job. I started working there, and then I was like, okay, my plan was, okay, I'm gonna work this time frame I was working at Wells Fargo. So like, I'm gonna work this time frame at Wells Fargo, and then I'm gonna go to school.
Stop. Because somebody that's watching, I can really literally hear this. They're in a transition just like you. 4 years at AT&T, making great money. You know, Biloxi is really nice. You know, it's the beaches. You know, it's really nice. But when you don't have family and friends, it's good to be achieving. But if you have anybody to celebrate it with, it's hard.
Yes.
So what was the process like in your mind mentally, honestly, of saying, I got to leave here because I'm not being fulfilled? How did you get to the place where you walked away from AT&T, Biloxi, and the great money that you were making in order to just walk out in faith to go to school?
Yeah, I got to this low point, and I'm just like, I just can't do it anymore. I cried so many tears. I snotted so many phone calls. I just don't know what my purpose is. I'm just sick of being here.
Yeah.
So when it got to the point where I'm just sick and tired, I was like, well, God, if it's meant for me to go to school, you'll make it happen. And exactly how I went to the school, I fell in love with the school. One day, I filled out all my paperwork, and that was
smooth.
it. It was smooth.
Easy transition.
It was an easy transition until I got to Birmingham and got a full-time job. And I'm like, okay,
Here we go again.
well, here comes another brick in the road. I'm like, hey, I know I'm supposed to be, I know what I'm here for, and now I can't even do that because now I have to pay it all out of pocket.
Right.
So
And it's easily to get distraction when you're in your purpose.
Yes.
God gave you the desire of what you wanted, to be able to go, God, if it's you, send me to school. He does. But now it's like, I need some money. So you go to work.
Yes.
Now you're distracted.
Yes.
Okay, how do you get back to the place where you've been able to birth out your business?
The crazy thing is I lost the job. I had lost my job due to not being able to go to work because I was at school. So I lost the job. So at this point, it's just me. And I'm like figuring out like, how am I going to pay all my bills? Like I got bills from, like I'm a grown woman at this point. So like, how are we going to pay my car note? And then I called my mom. My mom was like, well, we'll help you.
That's
And
another.
anything that you need, we got you.
But as long as you're going to school now, see, if you out in the streets, it's cut off. I mean, just be honest.
Yes.
You have to be doing something positive with your life. Somebody that's watching us right now, you got to be doing something positive with your life.
Right.
Going somewhere. You'll need some assistance. And I had to learn that the hard way because I was so independent, Lily.
Me.
I didn't want
I
any
don't
help.
like asking.
No, I don't want anybody knowing anything that's going on. If it's a struggle, just me and God. Unless He
Yes.
tell you, you will not know.
You will not
so
know.
I literally got to a point where God had to whisper. He said, Tammie, it's okay to ask for help. It means that you're not in it by yourself. You pray. I send the people, and I would say, oh, I'm good. No, thank you.
And I'm rejecting them. No, I'm okay. It's okay. No, I'm good. I don't need it.
And God is saying, hello, I sent the blessing. Receive it. So now when people bless me, I was like, praise the Lord, thank you. I pray that God gives you exceedingly abundantly above all you have, because we're blocking their blessings. That's the end of the day. So if you're focused, then, but if you out there in the street, no.
Doing something you ain't got no business.
You're going to have to do it the hard way. So, of course, your mom calls.
My mom says, okay, she said, I'm going to help you. So at this point, I'm like, okay. So I had got a little part-time job making like $30 a week. It wasn't even much. It pays gas for my car. And so it got to the point where I was still paying my tuition, but I wasn't telling her. I had saved the money. So I was paying my tuition, but it got to like my last month in school.
Yeah.
And they sent me a letter like, hey, if you don't pay the rest of your tuition, you can't graduate.
Right.
And so now I'm like, okay, now I got to go and ask. Now I actually have to be vulnerable and say, hey,
a place you didn't want to go.
I don't want to be in.
Most women don't like to be vulnerable.
No. Yeah. So now I have to actually tell you like, hey, I really need help now.
Yeah. Wow.
But the great parents that I have, my mom and dad and my stepdad, actually stepped in and assisted me.
How long did it take you to humble yourself to go and ask?
It took me until like 2 weeks before school ended.
And I asked that because someone that's watching right now, they're in a dire help. I mean, they're like, I need help. But pride sometimes won't allow you to ask,
Yes.
But the blessing of, if you have a great support to be able to humble yourself, because I'm telling you that I was just raised like that. You go to work, you make a way, and you do for yourself.
You figure it out.
You be a blessing to somebody else, not knowing that every once in a while, everybody has hard times. Now, if every month you need some help, we
need to reevaluate.
Absolutely. So that's why I asked you, like 2 weeks prior to, it took a moment.
It took, I knew 2 months before then that I knew that the tuition needed to be paid, but I waited to exactly the last given moment.
Wow.
For it to be paid.
Well, you knew they would have to do something.
Yeah. I mean, and I all I have to do is baby and be like, I'm your baby. Like, you the one told me that I'm no destiny. Like, you supposed to help me.
That's called baby manipulation, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. For those that are watching, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but just some great humor for your soul. Every time that you laugh, you add 7 years to your life. So some of you maybe need to laugh at yourself, some of the crazy things that you are doing, and just step out and just ask. Only thing they can say is no.
Right.
If you don't ask, you'll never know. So just go ahead and just say, hey, do not text them. Texting is to me the cowardly way out for anything. Unless you
Well-
call them, leave a voicemail, and then you have to, for the most part, call them or text them. But texting should be the very last thing for the most part. So again, I just humble yourself. If it's God's will, it's his bill. He'll use somebody to be a blessing. Would you agree?
Yes.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. After a few moments of this, I hope that you enjoy. We'll be back to talk more about love and the skin that you're in with Miss Lilian. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Such a beautiful day.
Welcome to Creation Minute. I'm Eric Hovind. In this episode, we want to discuss how big is big. To find that out, let's go to the simulation room. With a diameter of nearly 8,000 miles, the Earth is big. But not that big when you compare it to, say, Jupiter or even the Sun. Or when you step outside of our solar system, stars like Arcturus or Antares. And just when you don't think it could get any bigger, it does. Wow. That's the Earth. Kind of puts things in perspective, doesn't it? No wonder God says, "Heaven is my throne and the earth my footstool." To learn more about creation, visit us at creationminute.com.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, but you're so
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, we're back, and I'm so excited you're continually joining us on today. If you want to connect with me, go to TammieTubbs.net. Send me a message, and hopefully you'll be a guest on the Tammie Tubbs Show. I'm here talking to Ms. Lilian about loving the skin that you're in, and I'm telling you, we've cried together, we've laughed together, we survived it all for the most part. And I ended the segment talking about how you were trying to figure out if you want to be grown one day or a baby the next day.
Yes.
I think we all go through that.
Yes.
It's just the way do you change your voice?
No, I keep it the same because then they'll know it. So
What
I have
about
to keep
the
the same
expression?
Oh, the facial expressions gonna always change. I even throw in a tear if I need to. Like whatever extremes I have to go to
Wow.
to get it done.
So not only are you a makeup artist, but you've become a drama queen too if I need to be.
Oh, I've been there. I've been a drummer queen. So
Isn't that something?
it's been there.
Wow. So we go to ICC, we get to the point where mom said, listen, this is what you're going to do. And every once in a while, you need somebody to see the vision that you have, but you don't know how to get to that destination. Are you grateful today that she pulled you out of that and say, you're going to ICC? This is your scholarship.
What's the craziest thing is the fundamentals that I learned at ICC as far as because I was a business major. I've been, ever since I was about 3, I've had my own business. I've had a candy store, snow cone machine. I've always been a hustler. It's been, it's divine
They
in
say
me.
you've been a boss since
I've been there. I've been a little CEO my whole
Yeah.
life. So I've actually, the fundamentals and the marketing aspects that I learned there actually pushed and drive my business now.
Yeah.
Because I don't have, when it comes to Lily's Aesthetics, I'm a one-man show pretty much. So I'm the person that posts the social media, books the appointments, call the customers, everything.
Everything right now.
Yes.
Increase is coming.
At this moment.
Increase
At
is
this
coming.
moment.
So let's talk about how did you get to the place where you say, you know what, I need to launch this specific business, because like you said, you had several others when you were younger, but how did you know that it was time to birth out where you would take the faces of so many women who possibly could not do their own makeup and make them glamorous?
I've dealt with self-esteem issues since Land Before Time. I've always been the bigger kid. Out of the running joke is I'm the fat friend. So I've always been the husky friend of all my friends. I've been the bigger girl. And I've actually I've been, at one point in my life when I was at my lowest, I was about 460 pounds.
Wow.
So at that point, I was just at a breaking point. I was like, I don't want to be fat. I was like, I can't be this big no more.
Yeah.
I was like, at that point, I can't even go to the store and find cute clothes. So I'm wearing nothing but leggings, joggers, black clothes all the time. And so I actually had a surgery called the VSG, which is vertical sleeve gastrectomy.
Okay.
And it's where they cut 80% of your stomach off. And now I eat the size of the food I eat is kids' meals. But with that and exercising, I've lost over 130 pounds.
That's awesome. Awesome.
And so with that, it made me actually revamp and rebirth my life, because now I'm a new person. I wasn't the same. I've always had style, fashion. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. But now it's internally, I know that I'm an amazing person.
Yeah.
Because on the outside, when I put my makeup on, you won't know that I've cried myself to sleep.
Yeah.
I've tried to kill myself before. So it's amazing now that I can be a contribute to actually like doing my due diligence to show another woman, hey, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have makeup on, because now I'm doing... With Lily's Aesthetics, I actually have spa services as well. So I'm giving facials and doing waxing services.
Yeah.
So now I'm showing you stuff that you can wear. I don't wear makeup all the time. The amount of times I wear makeup out of a month is maybe 4 times, and it's church and church.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So any other time you're going to see me plain Jane.
Natural.
And that's natural. And the reason why is because I work so hard to make sure this canvas is perfect and blemish free. So I want you to see this great skin that I've been creating.
Absolutely.
So that's what I want to show women and men, to even show, because I know I have some kids that I actually help with that are teenagers and going through puberty. So I always try to help them and show them actually like products to use to help with your acne.
Yeah.
Because I know how that I didn't have acne as a kid, which thank God, but I had it as a grown up. So I wanted to show how to be able to be confident, even if you have blemish prone skin.
Right.
There's products that works for your skin to be able to clear your skin up.
Right. Right. That's amazing, you know, just the transformation. And you say now you're loving the skin, but you had to reset your mind. Reset. You had to tell yourself, well, the day you said, girl, you're beautiful. Were you talking
You're
to
amazing.
yourself? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I can't walk past the mirror and be like, oh, girl, you look good. Like all the time. That's always, I'm my biggest cheerleader.
Can you cheer somebody on right now? Just look at the kid, just cheer
You're
them on.
amazing. You're great. You're divine. You're in your destiny. You're supposed to walk in that purpose, that thing that's been in the back of your head that you feel like you don't want to do. It's in you that's supposed to be given. It's supposed to be a seed for somebody else. So you're supposed to birth it into the world and grow this amazing destiny that you're supposed to have.
I love it. I love it. Walk in your purpose, walk in your destiny. Can anyone else be Lilian?
No. You can be a Lily, but you can't be Lilian.
I love it. You can be a Lily, but you can't be a Lilian.
You can't be Lilian.
What's distinct about you? What sets you apart from everyone else?
The crazy part is my name wasn't even supposed to be Lily or Lilian. My grandmother was named Lily. But my mom was going to name, my dad's name is Edward. So my mom is on this Ed spree. So my name was supposed to be Edwina.
Wow.
But my sisters was like, oh, no, you can't name my little sister that. So my name actually derived from my grandmother that I never even met. But people always tell me, you act so much like your grandma Lily. And that's why I named my business Lily's Aesthetics. And it has an S and apostrophe, because it's not just for me. It's for her, too.
And the other lilies that in the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's another divine woman that's supposed to be a blooming flower as well, that's supposed to give power and give destiny to someone else.
Yes, yes. And that's what you're doing. You're giving them a way to feel better about. You're
Yes.
boosting their confidence every time they walk in, because just my daughter alone, I was just like, oh my goodness. From the time I left and came back, she was on her phone. And you weren't even completely done with her face yet.
No.
And I was just like, what in the world? But I began to see, God gave me a revelation that sometimes all you need is just a little boost. Somebody else to come in and to paint the canvas. And so once you see yourself differently, you begin to act differently. And even after then, just the mindset, I was just like, oh God, what has happened? There was a spark. That was a spark.
And my motto is, I want to show the beauty on the outside to reflect it in the beauty on the inside to reflect on the out. So I don't do the extra dramatic makeup. If that's what you want, I'm not your girl, because I'm always going to want to show your skin.
Right.
So I want you to look like the person that you naturally look like every day, but an enhanced version.
Absolutely. And she was glowing. She was literally glowing. So what are some of the services that you provide?
So as services that I provide waxing. I do Brazilians, full body waxing. I do makeup services. I do wedding parties. I do brides. I do proms. Anytime you just feel like you just need to pick me up, let me get my makeup done. Saturday night girl, I do makeup for that. I also am now launching services as far as for dermaplaning and facials. Dermaplaning is pretty much a form of exfoliation, which is a facial where it removes the thin layer of skin over your face. So actually, after the service is over, you're already showing your true natural skin with the dirt removed off.
That's amazing.
So it's it's only like 30 minutes process, and it's crazy what you show underneath.
Wow.
Because it's like glowy skin that you never knew that you would even have.
Right.
If it wasn't even removed.
I know a lot of women talk about this. You know how sometimes the facial hair under the chin or whatever, and then they try to, I guess, shave it, and then you have bumps. Yes. Help us out with that.
So the benefits between waxing and shaving is, with shaving, you remove the hair, but you only remove the top layer. And with waxing, it pulls it from the root. And so with shaving, you shave and shave it, you're actually scarring your skin, so your skin actually becomes darker color than it actually is supposed to be.
Wow.
So with waxing, it actually removes the top layer of dead skin when you get waxed.
Because when you shave, it comes back faster, doesn't it?
Over time, your skin will get lighter. Over time, your hair may not even grow back. Like I have some ladies I've been waxing for about a year, and her hair is very, very fine. The hair doesn't grow back that thick, coarse hair anymore.
Yeah. That's amazing, because we have to learn to love ourselves. You have to learn to pamper yourself.
Yes.
You know, so that's the biggest thing that I saw when I first met. I said, this girl loves herself some Lilian. She loves, and that's one of my pet peeves that I tell people, to love yourself. I would say, put your right hand down left and give yourself a hug and say, I love me some me. Because if you don't love yourself, no one else will. Because you will eventually, have a heartbreak or devastation or lose a job or something that will cause you to almost go crazy. But you got to learn to love yourself.
Got to learn to love yourself.
What are some other things that you see that we as women deal with that you could help us out with, other than the brows? Because everybody's drawing their brows, and
everyone draws their brows, and everyone draws their brows in their own unique way.
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm actually going to be in the works of launching is a exfoliating scrub. So I know that a lot of women deal with, like, the skin is from past blemishes or past issues, and I want to be able to create something to actually help remove the dead skin off.
That's amazing.
To be able to help to show that beautiful skin that you already have.
Right.
I'm just trying to bring it out of me.
Is it better the salt or the sugar scrub?
It depends on benefits. See, sugar actually helps with softening skin, and then the salt sometimes helps with acne. Gotcha. And that's crazy, because natural stuff that you have in your home could actually help you actually bring your skin out. Like one face mask that I make all the time that helps with glowing skin is actually brown sugar, a little honey, and lemon juice. You mix it up together, make a paste, put it on your face, leave it off about 30 minutes, and then just go with circular motions across and rinse it off, and you're going to have visibly glowing skin.
I'm going to try that.
You should try it. You should try it and tell me how it goes.
I will. If it's good, if it's bad, I'm going to call you personally. But I know that anything that you're mixing up is most definitely going to be wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful.
I've tested it myself. So
I can tell because you're glowing. I've
Yes.
seen you even without makeup.
Yes.
That's amazing. Oh my God, our time is definitely up. It has been a pleasure. Wasn't
Thank
that easy?
you. It was
You
easy,
did
wasn't
that. You did that. Oh, I love it. Guess what, you guys? My time is definitely up. I pray that you enjoyed my guest, Lilian. Join her. The number, how you can contact her is on the screen. And I most definitely want to encourage you to love the skin that you're in. God made you for a purpose and on purpose. There's destiny on the inside of you. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time on the Tammie Tubbs Show. Until then, be blessed.
great.